Hello, I'm Deb,
I'm Greg.
and we're the two tourists.
Tourist being Scottish for explorer or adventurer. And just so you know, we don't work for the travel industry, nor are we influencers. Everything is simply our experience, what we liked and what we didn't, and have discovered in our adventures.
Aloha! This is the second part of our Hawaiian land and sea adventure with Norwegian Cruise Line, an overview of the ship and the food. So, if you found this information helpful, interesting, or just want to stay connected, go ahead and click those like and subscribe buttons. Because we did the land and sea package, our bus dropped us off at the terminal mid-afternoon.
We walked in and the line was relatively short for the security check-in, although it did lengthen quickly as all three buses arrived at about the same time.
Make sure you have your driver's license out before you get in line. I was chastised for handing the port security agent my passport and was instructed to not use it on any of the other islands.
We went into the terminal proper and were quickly directed to the agent and 1, 2, 3 we were on to getting our embarkation photo taken.
Then it was on to the ship and stateroom as they were all ready for guests. Perfect timing.
We had an ocean view stateroom on the port side of the ship.
We were only a few rooms down from the midship elevators, but that was never a noise issue for us. There was plenty of storage for clothes in the closet. That video disappeared from my phone, but there were also shelves and drawers.
There was a USB plug in the bedside lights as well as plenty of plugs around the room. The bathroom was decently sized with storage behind the angled mirror.
Liquid hand soap at the sink as well as body wash and shampoo conditioner combo in the shower. So there's no need to bring these along with you.
There is a retractable clothesline in the shower, something we had a hard time determining from the other information out there. Wanted to make sure everyone knows this.
Once we were basically settled in our room, we went up to the main atrium to check on our reservations for Liberty Restaurant.
We thought we made reservations through the website, but as it turns out, when you do those, they are not really reservations.
So if you want to eat at Liberty, even on a special evening, just go to the desk on deck 5 aft for both Skyline and Liberty. In most instances, you will be seated very quickly.
While Deb was in line, I walked over to the bar and got us some bubbly.
The main staircase in the atrium is also used for photos each evening.
We purchased a photo package in advance and had 10 photos included.
Not only did we have the two of us on our anniversary, but also with our table group from the officers' dinner. This is a raffle you can sign up for, and we were lucky enough to be chosen and enjoyed it a great deal.
On Monday, we were able to grab one of the cabanas up on the top deck and spent most of the morning there.
There is plenty of space on board ship to hang out if you don't want to spend all day on shore.
Most of the ports are commercial ports, so there will be containers and traffic during the week.
But you can also look past those easily and beyond that to gorgeous scenery.
The pool deck is the center of the action.
Lots of deck chairs, one level up, but we were able to get loungers both in the sun and shade as desired on the main level.
There is entertainment,
as well as food and drink readily available.
Servers are roving around the main pool level, but you can also go up to the bar.
There are multiple hot tubs around the pool.
There are several dining options included with your fare.
There are also specialty restaurants that you can book, but we chose not to use or pay for those.
The buffet is on deck 11.
The choices are varied and substantial. There is indoor seating, or you can take your food and drink to tables on the pool deck or the Aloha Lanai.
Skyline Restaurant is one of the 2 included sit-down full-service restaurants.
It serves both breakfast and dinner. The buffet is primarily a lunch option on board.
You will be greeted by a host at the stand, and once checked in with your room card, you will be escorted to a table.
We ate breakfast in Skyline all but one morning.
The selection is quite extensive, from fresh fruit to waffles and French toast, or if you prefer, something simpler.
You are able to order any combination of items on the menu.
And the coffee kept coming, something that I really liked.
Skyline has a lovely Art Deco look to it, and always linen, china, and silver flatware on the table.
But don't pick up your napkin. The server that seats you will do it for you.
While they take your initial drink order.
Well, there is a baseline dress code requested, but even at dinner it wasn't always observed, nor did we see anyone turned away.
One really cute thing is the little corkscrew on the wine glasses. Our server, Rosanna, told us that this is the fill line. Instead of a new glass each time you order another drink, they just refill the glass.
Although the menu specifics change a bit each evening, Skyline and Liberty serve the same menu.
There are choices of starters, entrees, and desserts each night.
And as the head of the food and beverage service told us during our officers' dinner, you are indeed welcome to order more than one thing. Either try a bit of each, or if the first item doesn't please your palate. He encourages guests to try new things. We did eat some beef and pork, but lots of fish.
We didn't always order a starter, but did try a few. In one video, we saw the poster was going to Ben Franklin's, one of the specialty restaurants, multiple times for the French onion soup. Newsflash, it's also in the main dining rooms. And let's not forget the desserts. We usually share a dessert if we order one, but we'll admit a couple of evenings we ordered two, and still shared.
Everything from the buffet to the main dining rooms was not only tasty, but beautifully presented.
Liberty seating is through the same entrance as Skyline, and then you go up the staircase to the right.
There is also an entrance on deck 6 for those with mobility issues.
Be careful on the staircase, though, as we did see a couple people take a tumble, either missing a step or catching a heel.
We chose to eat at Liberty on our anniversary. The ambiance is a bit more upscale with lower lighting and colonial decor.
Our seat was next to the window and was very lovely.
We started off with Prosecco to toast.
And to be fair, Prosecco was my drink of choice most of the trip.
That dessert was a delicious chocolate mint souffle.
This was the one place we had a staff issue. Not horrible and possibly a language issue, or his assistant server just went MIA, but it took a little of the shine off.
And was the only night we chose to eat there, as we enjoyed Skyline a great deal.
We did make reservations, for real, at East Meets West. This is a sort of hybrid main and specialty restaurant. As it is smaller, reservations are required, but it's not an extra fee.
We were on an excursion that afternoon and arrived back at port at 5:14 p.m. with reservations at 5:45.
Which meant we had 16 minutes to clear port security with ID and bag checks, as well as metal detectors, get on board by the 5:30 sail time, and get to our stateroom to change and get to the host stand.
We made it, with even a couple minutes to spare.
It is a delightful experience and had just reopened the week we cruised.
Deb ordered pot stickers, and I had an interesting salad.
We both ordered noodle bowls as our entrees. Char siu with rice noodles for me, which is a pork broth base, and spicy seafood udon noodles for Greg.
And we both slurped away, which our server thought was awesome for trying.
The desserts were really interesting. We shared 5-spice chocolate cake with sweet ginger sauce and crispy chestnut and red bean triangles with a green tea, ice cream, and caramel sauce. Miss getting pictures of everything we ate.
The Napa Wine Bar was one of the places we made a note to try.
Because one thing we like is wine. Interestingly, the menu was on a tablet.
It was not just wine, though. They had lovely cocktails. Another popular lounge is Champagne Bar.
Usually they had music in the evening. Some performers, of course, were better than others, and you can get anything to drink, not just champagne.
The Aloha Lanai was where we spent a fair amount of time.
One evening they had a duo playing as we sailed away from one of the ports.
And it was a good place to be when sailing away, have lunch, or just hang out and relax.
A great deal less hectic than the pool deck.
Let's talk about the beverage package for a moment.
It seems like this is pretty commonly one of the things that you can choose when you book as a sea special.
While the base package is at no cost, you do pay a per-person gratuity, which at the time we sailed was about $150 per person.
But for that, you have unlimited drinks up to $15 per drink. Over $15, you pay the difference plus gratuity on the difference. We had one drink the entire week that went over, and the bartender made sure we knew before he poured it.
But you do have to pay sales tax sometimes that you are in port.
One last note on the food and beverage side of things. Other than the situation at Liberty, we did not run into any real staffing issues in terms of not enough people or long wait times. They are still ramping up towards full staff, but also need to focus on hiring U.S. citizens, as they are required by a variety of laws to have an 80% U.S. crew. If you're looking for an adventure, you might want to look at NCL's Pride of America Hawaiian cruise.
If the ship's officer dinner is something you find of interest, put your name into the pool at guest services and it's luck of the draw. Do this when you get on board so you don't forget to miss the deadline.
If you are selected, you'll get a letter at your stateroom.
Overall, we found food and service to be really good. The ship is a bit older but clean. It's really clean.
We've tried to give you an overview of our experience. There are lots of videos out there that show you more detail on the ship, as well as info on the specialty dining options.
And as always, if you have questions, drop them in comments below, and we'll do our best to get back to you as soon as possible.